Rox-Filer customization in Fossapup64. So if you've been following this, the part 1, the letters within the Rox-Filer were much smaller. So what I've done is to make it big, is to go ahead and edit the GTKRC.2.0, this file right here, into a Genie. You just drag it into Genie and this is what you have. And the on default setting on line number 7 is GTK font name is sans 10, and I changed that to 14 and then saved it and then restarted the window manager. Then you'll get a larger font size as shown here. So that's a fairly simple process. Now at this time I'd like to highlight some of the other features of Rox-Filer, basic use and configuration. So let's say if you have you need to refresh the files and folders within it, so you can't see all of them. So what you can do is Control E will readjust the window. So that's fairly simple to do. So it's Control E, and to go ahead and to quickly go to a different folder, you just slash key will bring up the go to menu on the near the bottom here. So what you can do is just go backspace and it'll get you to the real top level. So here, if you want to go to let's say USR folder, you just punch in the first, just tap on U, and then it'll highlight USR. You can see the faint highlight at USR. Then you can go ahead and enter, and then from there you can go to, let's say, games. So you just G, and it'll highlight the games, and then enter, and then to go ahead and close the go to window on the bottom, then you just go ahead and escape. So let's go back to the home folder. So you can go Control Home. So that's basically one quick way of navigating the different levels of the folder structure. Another keyboard driven shortcut that I can show you here, you can see the subtle small window on presently on desktop, but that can be controlled with arrow up and down, side. But moreover, you can go ahead and just go ahead and click a tab on home key, and it'll go up to the very first and go to the end key, and it goes to the very end here. It's hard to see. And you can see now here X resources. Similarly, you can go a page up and down, and so page up and is here, page down is under X resources. So that's a quick way of getting around. If you prefer keyboard driven, I find it faster, and especially if you don't have the icon title here. Now we spoke about option. So if you right click on the button, then you can see the options. But it'll be very useful to have options with a keyboard binding to the options tab here. So I can just quickly show you that Rox-Filer is under the .config, and within .config it's a rox.sourceforge.net. You get in there and then go to Rox-Filer folder again, and then if you can open this up in a Genie, right click and we'll go to Genie, and opens up this menus too. So here you can individually assign keyboard to commands. So I think that was options. So Control F. Let's see what happens if you go into options and then N. So here's options. So what we can do here is go ahead and just erase this, then it activates it. It activates that line. And here, what we can do is put in primary, and then assign the key, let's say O. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and save this. And then let's go ahead and close it, and then I actually rebooted, and we're gonna just check the Control D now. So we'll just activate this Control D, and it doesn't Control O. It wasn't Control D. Control O will bring up the options menu. So that works fine, and we'll just check. Right click on the rocks, and you notice now under options there is a Control O that's been added, so that works. Okay, now under display we'll go ahead and save current display settings, and we'll go ahead and add Control D for display. And then to do that we'll have to go back to the this again, the Menace 2 under Genie, and then here display current display settings. We'll go ahead and type in primary. Primary is Control key, and then we'll just type in D, and then we'll save it. And after a reboot, you should have this menu where on Control D you should be able to just bring this up, save current display settings. This window should come up after a reboot. So those are final way of further tuning the Rox-Filer. Last topic is if you want to change the color of the Rox background. I will go ahead and put in a link on under the description where I describe the process in another YouTube video. So I think there should be there's so many things that can be modified and so on that we can talk about Rox, but I think at this level with for Puppy Linux we'll just go ahead and stop.